Hey, Fat.
Collective.
It's your girl, Fat K,
And I'm Maya Nicole, and you're on the line.
with the Fat Girl.
Yay!
Hey, guys. Welcome to episode
Hey!
5. Are we on 5? We are on 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
already.
period. It's going
That's
by so
crazy.
quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like we always start off, I want to start with the QOD, which is the question of the day. And so the question of the day is, are we actually loving ourselves, or are we just learning to convince other people that we love ourselves?
Oh, we get deep, y'all. Mm.
Girl, we getting into the thick of it. Do
Right.
you want to answer first?
Yeah, so I feel like it's like a half and half, if I'm being completely honest, because
Yeah.
I definitely do love myself, but I also know that I'm a people pleaser. I try to make other people happy. I try to make other people, have a certain perception of me.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's kind of dipping into, like the wrong
Yeah.
territory right there. So, I think it's a half and half, but we're always learning, we're always growing. And being able to acknowledge is the first step to healing. So,
Yeah, it really is.
yeah, what
I
about
think
you?
for me, I think that yes, now I do love myself. I'm not trying to convince other people, but when I
Yeah.
was younger, for sure, I cared about how people saw me. I was like faking it till you make it type of confidence.
Hmm.
And so I would like pretend like, oh, I love myself so much. But then like
Right.
behind closed doors, I was accepting bullshit. I was accepting disrespect. I wasn't like meeting that certain standard that I had for myself
Yeah.
because I didn't have a standard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
And
I like
so,
that.
yeah, I
Mm.
feel like desensitizing men, that's the first
Mm.
step for sure for me that helped me love myself more. And then
Yeah.
also just like walking around naked has accepted, like
Mm.
made me push myself to love my body more and be more confident. And then, like I always say, dressing your body type to fall in love with your body type will make you so
Yeah.
much more confident. So, yeah. Do you want to tell them what we're getting on to the line today, Maya?
Yes, so today we're going to be talking about plus size dating and just our experiences and
Yeah.
the red flags and all of that. And then we're also going to be talking about like self-love and self-worth and setting boundaries and everything that comes with loving yourself before and while you're in a relationship.
Yeah, because this fat ain't stopping
Yes.
shit, okay?
Period.
Like,
And
it
not.
ain't stopping shit, okay?
Mhm.
And so we're gonna jump right into our first topic, which is plus size dating, all right? And so
Okay.
the first talking point that I put down is, are you being loved openly or are you being loved in
Mm.
secret? And so I
Oh,
do want to preference, I know for myself and Maya, we are going to be talking about past relationships, and if we want to talk about current relationships we will, but I just want to preference that, so don't be out there
yes.
judging.
Right.
Judge
Trying
your
to be
mama hoe,
messy.
because the fuck, I am never fucking insecure about what I used to do. The past me, I
Yeah.
am confident in that woman
Yeah.
too, and all the decisions that I made.
Yes. I love that.
But yeah, so do you feel like you're being loved openly or secretly in the past or now?
Girl. Ooh.
Girl.
Well, in the past, I know for a fact 100% I was being loved in secret.
Yeah.
I had a quick story time. When I
Period. Side
was
quest. We love a good side quest.
when I was 16, I there was this guy that kept pursuing me for years. He like had a crush on me for years, and I was like, I don't know. Eventually, I decided I was gonna start dating him or whatever.
Hmm.
We were in the mall and we were walking together, and his friend group was like, we were going this way, and the friend group was coming towards us, right?
Hmm.
He literally physically pushed me out the way because he did not want to be seen with me. And that like
Mm-mm.
just lit a fire in me. I was like, I will never deal with this again and I will never accept this again because what? Like,
Yeah.
so that kind of I thought that, oh, in my future relationships I won't go through this, right? So now I
Yeah.
haven't been in that same situation where like they physically did not want to be with me, but like their demeanor would shift if certain
Hmm.
people came around or like, they wouldn't post me on social media.
Yeah.
Now, in my current relationship, like I wouldn't say we post each other like that all the time. We really don't, but that's just like a privacy thing.
Yeah.
But when we do post each other, like he do not be afraid to show me off. Like I've met his friends, I've met his family. Um he's posted me, he comments under my stuff. So it's like I definitely don't feel like it's a matter of I don't want to be seen with you
Mm-hmm.
anymore. But
Yeah.
girl, like I've had my fair share and I just hate that for me. Like I hate that. Do you feel like
Girl,
you're being loved out loud?
yeah, I feel like I'm gonna say for my past two, I definitely
Hmm.
I didn't know for sure that I was like being loved secretly until it
Yeah.
was a pattern, and then I was like, oh
Ooh.
shit, like it's because I'm
Hmm.
fat. You know what I mean? I thought maybe like you got a girlfriend, like,
Right,
maybe you don't want your
right.
parents to know we're dating, like all the normal teenage stuff. But even in my like I would say like probably like around 17, 18, I
Hmm.
had even men that were just like only calling me over for sneaky links, right? Like over
Girl.
sexualizing me.
Yeah.
And then because I was so insecure, I was just like so happy to just have a guy be calling my phone, right? And so I was just like, oh, he wants to hang out with me. He wants to do this
Right,
and this. And it's like, why are
right.
we only going to the movies at night? Why are we only going to the
Hmm.
park at night? Like, we're all
Yes.
only going to places where like it could be super low key and people can't see you guys together.
Right.
And then like I'm a very affectionate person, and so like some of the men that I was dealing with in the past, like they wouldn't want to hold my hand or wouldn't want to kiss me when people are around.
Yeah.
But like the minute we're by ourselves, oh, it got
Right. You
crazy,
all
right?
over
Like
me,
you
right?
all
Like,
over me. And so I think that after a few years, honestly, it took me a while, because the frontal lobe wasn't all the way developed, okay?
girl, me
And
too.
so it took me a few years to realize, like, oh shit, like this nigga really just want to fuck. Like he don't want nothing else, bitch.
Right.
Like he don't
Right.
really like you. He not trying to get to know you. Every time we talk, it's just about sexual shit. It's not about like
Hmm.
my likes, my hobbies. What do I like to do? Like,
Right.
damn, bitch, ask me what my sign is. What's my favorite color?
You're
Like,
right. Yeah, get
like
that out,
simple
babe.
shit. Because I'm a like
Yeah.
sapiosexual, so I'm very intellectual. And so like, yeah, I realized like, oh, these men ain't really doing it for me, girl. Like, they just want to
No.
fuck. You just want to touch my private parts. Like,
Yeah.
that's it, and that's all.
Yeah.
But now I think that in the relationships that I've had as an adult, they definitely have changed. My current relationship that I'm in, girl, he would be in my skin if I let him. Okay, like if he could be a little Polly
Yeah.
Pocket and sit on me all day, he
He
would.
would. Yeah.
We definitely, I feel like I've definitely posted him in the past on my socials. He's done the same. I've talked to his family, his friends, like everybody know he love big bitches. Like it ain't no
Right.
secret, you know?
Right.
But kind of like you said, it's just I'm not the type to post every single thing about my life. Certain
Hmm.
things I think are just for me and him to have.
Yeah.
Because the internet is a weird place. This
It
is a
is a very
parasocial
weird
relationship.
place.
We really aren't besties in real life. Like, stop
Right.
thinking you need to know everything about everybody. That's weird. But yeah,
Hmm.
and I think plus size women in general, like we just, it's unfortunate, but we all kind of go through that journey of like going through the shitty men, and
Yeah.
then us realizing and start really loving ourselves and having self-worth and realizing that, girl, this is not what I want. This is not my standard. Like, this is not it. I'm not
Right.
dating below my standard anymore. I'm not just gonna over sexualize myself in order to get the male attention. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
mm-mm.
I feel like it's a process and you kind of like live and learn from
Yeah. No, it
yeah.
really is. I was just gonna say K fact, which is like just a fun fact. Did you like you guys be seeing how peacocks and like other male species have to perform in order to get the
Girl.
woman's attention? It's not ever the other way around, okay? So I think
Right.
sometimes we need to take pointers from the fucking
Mm,
animal kingdom because girl, the way these women
right.
don't have to do shit but just sit there and look cute and these men come
Exactly.
flocking
That
like,
girl and
and
do.
even in other like countries and cultures, like they have to court you. They have to go through the process to
Yeah.
even get your attention, to let alone talk to you or even fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? So I
Hmm.
think sometimes we just got to take a page out of their book and realize we're worth that so much, worth that and so much more.
Yeah,
Being fat ain't
exactly.
stopping shit. Like it's not.
Yeah, it should have no say over the treatment that you deserve. And don't let
Exactly.
it. Do
No,
not let
for
it.
real.
You're the only
For
one who
real.
could set that boundary and that standard for yourself.
Exactly. And don't just be letting these men fetishize you. Like, I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry, but somebody had to
Mm-mm.
say it. In the plus size dating world currently and previously, these niggas ain't shit. Okay,
Right.
they will tell you what the fuck you want to hear. They will love bomb you, say all the right shit, and then you get them in person and they're just obsessed with your stomach. Or you talk about, oh, I want
Hmm.
to lose some weight. I want to, start going to the gym. They over here like, no, you don't need to. I like you how you are, bitch. If your
Right.
desire is to go to the gym, his fucking desire should be for you to go to the gym too, bitch. Like, whatever you
Exactly.
want, that nigga should be 10 toes standing behind it. He should not be trying to influence you to do something different. That's weird. That's
Right.
suspicious. Get the fuck away, okay?
Right.
Because we don't want no part of that, okay? Because
Exactly.
girl, there's whole feederism communities out here, which no shade. I don't kink shame. Like what you
Right.
like. But if
Hmm.
that's not what you want, get far away from that man, okay? Because he shouldn't just be over sexualizing you, fetishizing you, and like just making everything about you being fat. Now, if you want
Hmm.
your personality to be fat, baby, you do that. Bitch, my
Right.
name literally is Fat K. Who the fuck am I to say? You know what I mean? But I'm definitely not just gonna make every single aspect of my life about being plus size. And if a man that I'm dealing with, if that's all he sees me as is just my body, nigga,
Mm-mm.
you are not my husband. Where's my husband?
No.
And do
For
not let your boyfriend, your husband, whoever you're dealing with, get in the way of you finding your husband. Okay? Like I'm a firm believer in that.
period.
Because girl, there is so many niggas.
While we're kind of like discussing worth, it's really important to kind of ask yourself, like, are you settling? Are we settling because we think that there's not enough fish in the sea, that our options are
Mm-hmm.
limited, or even that like we just don't really deserve it, because that's
Yeah.
that's a whole thing in itself. I feel like I have settled a lot in my past, definitely a lot in my past.
Girl.
And if I'm being completely transparent, like I think there are still parts of me that settle in certain areas.
Yeah.
And I think that's something you really have to go and reflect on, and you have to figure out like what is your standard, kind of like you were saying earlier, Kay, like if you don't set a standard for yourself before you get into a relationship, then I kind of feel like you automatically are settling, right? Because you don't really
Mm-hmm.
know what do I want and what do I deserve. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of something that I didn't have the best standards, like, when
Yeah.
I got out of previous relationships. And
Mm-hmm.
thank God, like, my husband is very understanding and like willing to work with me on things, and we
Yeah.
have good communication and stuff. But there's, now I'm kind of having to iron out a lot of wrinkles that if I would have just had standards and expectations beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't really have to be backtracking and fixing some of those
Yeah.
areas. So I think it does happen, and sometimes we do settle, and I don't think that it's the end of the world when you do. But
Mm-hmm.
also, if you realize that these are like non-negotiables for you, and you settled for a non-negotiable, then I think you need to get the
Mm-hmm.
hell out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think
So,
for me too, like I've definitely settled many of times. I'm not too ashamed to
yeah,
say it. My first baby daddy, girl, I settled like a motherfucker. Okay,
girl.
there was hella red flags in the beginning, like side quests. um, yeah, like when we first even started talking, like I came over to his house, right? We talked for a whole year before I even met him in person. Came over to his house, and girl, long story short, we got to bumping, and we was chilling, and he went to go get some food because your girl's a foodie, always been a foodie. And so he went to go get food. I'm naked in the bed, chilling, waiting
Right,
for my man, my
right.
man, my man. And who comes through the door? His bitch, his bitch, his bitch. With a pew pew pointed at me. Like, who the fuck is
Girl,
you? Why is you in my house? And I was like,
what?
girl, what?
Oh
What
my
do you
God.
mean? What do you mean your house? Like, what do you mean?
Right.
And like a little bit of context. I should have known something was off because as women, we go into
Mm.
the bathroom, we gotta go to the potty. I
Hmm.
was definitely snooping, and I did see some female hygiene stuff underneath the cabinet and feminine wash. And
Mm.
I also saw in his closet that he had some bitch clothes. But he
Uh-oh.
told me, because these niggas ain't shit. He told
Right.
me it was just his cousin shit that he was letting her stay there for a while. Me being
Mm.
stupid and naive, right? I'm like, okay. Girl,
Yeah.
motherfucking liar. He had a whole bitch. And girl,
Mm.
that was a whole situation that went down. But guess what? That was only year one of us dating. Guess how long we were together?
Yeah.
11 years, bitch, okay?
Oh my
So, like, I
God.
definitely settled. I definitely did.
Yeah.
And especially on these dating apps, like, I know the dating apps make it hard for the girlies,
Hmm.
especially if you are a plus size woman. Like, I remember when I was on the dating apps, I always had a preference, like, I'm fatter in person. I am
Yes.
fatter in
Oh my
person.
God. I would put that in my bio. Yeah.
Like, do not let
Yeah.
these photos fool you. They always say, "Oh, the camera adds 10 pounds." No, bitch. In real life, it adds 10 pounds. Cause, bitch, what?
Right.
I never want to like, cause I've done it where like I didn't used to put that in my bio, and then I'll meet a guy and he'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know you were that big." Like, bitch,
Yeah.
your mama
Girl,
is bigger than me,
what?
ho. Shut up. Like,
Just
are you dead
crazy.
ass? Like, no. And so I know it's hard being on these apps and stuff, but that doesn't mean that you need to settle for just a
Mm-mm.
crusty, dusty girl. Because I'm telling
No.
you, like Sierra's little prayer, right? She got Russell, didn't she? Bitch, you can find your Russell too, okay? You don't have to be
Right.
out here with all the futures of the world. No, baby. No. Don't settle.
Right. No, that part.
So I want to go into the Fat Collective before we wrap up the plus size dating segment. So the Fat Collective check-in for this one is: would you date someone who only shows affectionate behind closed doors? Why or why not? Let us know down in the comments,
Mm.
okay? All right. So the
That's
next one is going to be self-love. All right. The
Yay.
first talking point that I did write down, because this is a journey, okay? I'm gonna keep saying it.
Mhm.
It's a fucking journey. But
Yes.
the first one is, can you love yourself while still wanting to change, right? And so when I
Mhm.
say that, the first thing that I think of when it comes to the plus size community is like, I feel like people, especially in our comment section or just society in general, is just like, oh, you can't love yourself until you're a certain weight, right?
Mm-mm.
And so, like, if you're on a weight loss journey, are you allowed to love yourself at your certain weight now and throughout that whole process until you get to your goal weight? Like, that's really
Right.
what body positivity was supposed to initially start off with. When the plus size body positivity movement first came out, it was supposed to be loving yourself in the stages of life, right? And not
Yeah.
just pertaining to weight loss, but like pertaining to old age, aging, getting having
Exactly.
acne, like whatever phase your physical body is currently in, is loving yourself and supporting yourself and nurturing your body during that current phase, and then also loving your body when it does change and not shitting on your old body, right? And so
Yes.
that's kind of what comes up for me when it comes to like, are you still going to love yourself? And for me, I will say there are times where I didn't. I definitely didn't. I had moments in my previous body where my bigger previous body where I didn't love myself, and also in my smaller body. I talked about it a little bit on my page about having bulimia. Bulimia is a eating disorder where you eat and then you make yourself throw up. In your mind, you think, "Oh, I'm not getting all the calories. I just get to still chew and enjoy the flavor," but it's not hitting
Hmm.
your stomach, so you're not getting weight, which is really irrational. But
Yeah.
when I was younger, I had that and I wasn't loving on my body, right? During that stage. And when I look back on it, I was probably in the best shape of my life before having that eating disorder. But because of society standards, I allowed it to get in my head and think that, oh, I wasn't small enough. So since I'm not small enough, I wasn't
Hmm.
pretty enough. So I wasn't loving my body during that time. I was treating it horrible. I was playing basketball, I was in dance, I was in theater, doing whole plays and everything. And
Yeah.
literally, like, the clip of like, we eat Cheerios and we eat raisins and that's
Right.
it. Like,
Right.
that's really was my diet, bitch. Because I really
Yeah.
had a lot of white homegirls and that's what everybody else was eating. So I was doing it too. And
Mm.
so I wasn't loving my body during that stage. But then now, push forward to my current weight, which I'm not going to tell you because it's none of your business.
Right.
Um, I definitely love on my body a lot more now. I feed it things that fuel it, not just things that I love to eat. There's things that I eat in my
Exactly.
diet that I know are going to help me with my blood sugars throughout the day, that's going to
Mm.
give me energy, that's going to give me fiber. Baby, drink your fiber. Okay?
Yes.
A lot of
Yes.
that bloating is because you haven't shitted yet. Okay? Like,
Exactly. No,
TMI,
for
but
real.
I'm here for
For
the
real.
girls. Okay? And
Hmm.
so, like, loving on my current body looks so much different. And so, yeah, like, you have to love yourself through like those cocoons and those cycles and those phases, because if not, it's gonna show up later on, you know? It definitely is.
Exactly.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree with everything that you said. There was times in my life where I also struggled with eating disorder, and like self-harm and a lot of
Yeah.
the really horrible things because I just hated like how I looked.
Yeah.
at that time, like when I look back on pictures, I'm like, girl, you was fine. Like what? Like,
Yes.
you
Body
looked
was
good,
tea.
you looked healthy, you looked happy. And
Hmm.
I tried so hard to like fit a certain standard. Like we
Hmm.
get it, it gets shoved down our throat. You gotta look this way, you gotta be this weight. The scale gotta
Yeah.
say this. And it's like it took me a very, very long time to learn how to love myself through all the changes because there's
Hmm.
been times where like I've thought, oh, I'd look better if I go back to this weight, and I'm
Yeah.
160 or whatever. But then there's also times where I've lost a little bit of weight. Like when I was on I had tried fasting a few years ago and I
Hmm.
dropped 30 pounds. And I
Hmm.
remember that entire time, like I was just sitting there thinking, like, I miss what I looked like at 200 or two, whatever I
Mm.
was. And so
Yeah.
it's like, um, I feel like now I'm at a point, like you said, where I'm learning to love my body. First of all, I don't care about the number. That's so stupid to me. I think
Hmm.
honestly, BMI and all that is like so outdated, and there's a lot of other things that factor into health.
Yes.
So I don't care about the number. My concern now is, do I feel good? Do I have energy? Can I move? Am I able to? And I'm not talking flexibility, girl. I'm not trying to put my legs behind my head. Like, I'm not talking
Girl.
about that.
I
No,
used to be
baby.
able to. I need to get flexible again.
Right. But like,
Yes.
I want to be able to get down on the floor with my students, play with my
Yeah.
stepdaughter, take a walk if I want to take a walk. As long as I can do all that and I have energy and my body's functioning how it's supposed to,
Hmm.
like that's all I care about. And I'm gonna love myself whether that is at 600 pounds or that's at
Yeah.
220.
I think also that's just like a good point of like learning how to exist in your current body without apologizing
Yeah,
for it, right?
yeah,
Because it's like, girl, I'm taking up space unapologetically. I'm loving on myself.
yes.
I'm dressing this body however way I feel. I am customizing my avatar, whether that means
Right.
piercing my belly button. Like, I'm definitely doing that this month. I cannot wait to post about it. So make
Yes,
sure you go
please
check that
do.
out. Just like, just doing shit that makes me feel good in the body that I'm in. Like, and stop
Yeah,
apologizing for it. Like, stop saying, I'm sorry for taking up space. I'm sorry that like, just bullshit that we tell ourselves in our
right.
head. Like, girl, live your fucking life. Like, seriously, wear the
Exactly.
outfit, take the picture, go outside, touch grass, like, do the Pilates class. And I'm saying it because I want to do it so bad. I
No,
want to
for
do it
real.
so
Me
bad.
too,
Have you seen
girl.
like I think it's called the acrobating? You know what I'm talking about with the sheets? I want to do
Yes, yes,
that.
yes,
I want
yes.
to do the one with the hula hoop. Like,
Me
I want to do
too.
that shit. And even till like I am extremely confident and I love myself, but there are moments where I'm just like, damn, girl, is it gonna be able to like really hold my weight? And then I did
Right.
research just the other day about it. Most of those acrobatic places, did you know that the weight it goes to is like 2,000 pounds? Girl,
Girl. So we
where
holding
am
our
I
back
2,000
ourselves back
pounds?
for what
Like,
reason?
you know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
yeah.
where am I 2,000 pounds? Like, and so like just do the
Right.
research, do the things.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like by the end of the year, I'm gonna be 31 in December. I'm gonna check some shit off my bucket list. Like
Yes,
that's how
yes,
I'm
yes,
showing up for
yes.
me. That's how I love me, is actually putting myself first, putting myself in scary situations and doing it like my homegirl Alex recently said on an episode I did with her, doing the shit scared. Stop
Yes.
letting
Yes.
fear stop you from loving on yourself, from living out loud, from being unapologetically you, and putting on the fit, doing all the things. Like, whatever the fuck you want to do, mama, do it. Stop allowing fear to get in your head, okay? And love on yourself today. Seriously.
Yeah, no, definitely. You really have to. And I love that.
Yeah.
Alice, girl, you ate that up.
Girl, ate
She
that
ate
up.
that up,
No,
man.
for real.
And that's something that I'm currently going through in my life. I have a lot of stuff on my bucket list that I have not checked off because I am,
Yes.
and it's not even necessarily because like I'm afraid to actually do it. I'm afraid of what people are gonna say if I do it.
Yeah.
Girl,
Fuck
what
that.
no,
What are
like
you gonna say on your
yeah,
deathbed? That's what we
exactly.
should
That
replace
I
that with,
regret it
right?
and I didn't do
Damn.
it.
Hmm. That's what we need
You
to
can't do
replace that
that.
with. Because, and also like bucket list, when we think of bucket list, I feel like, TV shows and movies make it seem like they have to be these extravagant, grand things. And it's like,
Mm-mm.
no, babe, live within your means. Like, if you can't
Yeah,
go to Paris, obviously don't put that on your fucking bucket list right now. You know what I
right,
mean? Like, I feel
right.
like you can have bucket lists that you want to do that are current, like within the next couple years. And then there's big, huge ones that when you get some more money, maybe you can do it then. But it's
Exactly.
like I said, going to the acrobat class, doing Pilates, or getting on a
Hmm.
Ferris wheel. Like, you know what I mean? Simple things that you can do put that shit on your bucket list and start checking it off, girl, because you deserve it.
Exactly. And you
And
don't owe anybody an explanation or an
yeah,
apology to do so.
no, seriously. Plus size women, you don't need to earn your confidence.
Mm-mm.
Okay? Like, just so you know that, because I feel like when I was going through my journey in the beginning, I felt like I had to earn it. Like, I had to look a certain way, I had to act a
Yeah,
certain way, I had to
yeah.
post on social media a certain way for people's validations and their likes and their comments. Like, social media in a whole, it could be toxic. You know what I
Very
mean?
much so.
And so I always tell people, if you need to take breaks, if you need to take a step back, do that, because social media can get really toxic because it's constantly comparing, there's constantly
Hmm.
competition. Even if you don't try to, it naturally happens because we're human beings, right? And so, like, you don't have to earn your confidence, babe. That's something you
Right,
are only allowed to give yourself. Even when
right.
people like ask me, like, okay, how did you get so confident? Like, what worked for me might not work for you. And so that's why it's like I don't really do classes on how to teach confidence, because it's like, girl, that's within yourself. I can
Yeah,
give you
it's different for
exercises,
everyone.
like I can give you exercises and stuff, but like you have to do the work. You have to do
Yes.
the internal work, because when everybody is gone and it's quiet and you're just by yourself, how do you talk
Hmm.
to yourself? How do you think
Mm.
about your body? How do you dress your body when nobody's around, when you're not going outside, right? Like that's why
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, okay, like you just be wearing those fits in the house. No, bitch, I go outside like this. Like
Right.
I literally be
Right.
in the house like this too, but I also go outside like this because I'm not
Hmm.
just gonna show up one way online and not have it match what I'm doing in real life. That's why
Yeah.
we always talk about being fat IRL. Okay, it's not
Period.
performative. We're actually living the shit for real.
Exactly. I love that. You ate that up.
Yes. All right. So that's the ending of the self love one. We are going to do the fat collective check in. So, what
Yeah.
does loving your body actually look like for you outside of just posting body positivity pictures or just posting online in general? Like I just said,
Mm.
like, how do you really show
Mm.
up IRL behind closed doors when you're all by yourself? Let us know down in the comments. So, as you guys know, we do have a Fat Girls Hotline like we always
Yes.
say every episode. And guess what? We have a fat girl voicemail that we definitely want to get into for this episode because it
Yay.
is literally what inspired this episode about plus size dating. And so we are going to have a discussion on how we feel about it. You guys let us know down in the comments. Be nice, be
Yes.
respectful. Okay, that's all I ask because you are not on the same journey that this fat girl's on. So be kind.
Hey, 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 I was just calling in to give you guys a couple of topics. So I am a single, voluptuous diva, 45 years old. I'm calling to bring a topic up of someone who's been in my life for about a year. We've had adult relationships or whatever, and never really said anything about my body until recently. And now recently he's telling me, oh, you would find a man, blah, 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 if you lost 100 pounds, you're 45 years old, you have a kid, you're washed up, and the person is actually married and has a wife, which I didn't know about originally, which is another topic at hand. Falling for someone that, gives you false pretenses in the beginning, and then you catch feelings for them and all of that. So those are my first two topics. Um, and also navigating the dating yes, navigating the dating scene, being, over 40 and a certain way. That's it for now. Thank you, ladies. Talk to you soon.
Jeez. Okay.
Girl.
So, what do you feel first? So, the facts, let me say the facts, right?
Okay.
She's 45. She's been
Hmm.
with a man for a year. They have had sexual
Hmm.
relations. He's never said anything about her body. She has a child. But recently,
Hmm.
he told her that she needs to lose at least 100 pounds
Mm.
for her own health and her child. And that he's married, right? That's everything. Did I miss
Yeah.
anything? Not even in a shady way. I'm just saying, like, did I
Yeah.
miss anything? I think that's all the facts.
No.
Maya is gonna give you the HR nice reaction, and then
Yeah.
K is gonna be the real reaction. Okay, girl. So we're gonna start off with the HR one first.
Okay, so from HR girl. Um, First off, I have a question for you, which is how do you feel? How is this relationship going? Do
hmm
you enjoy this person? Is this something that you think is healthy for you? Because that'll say a lot, first and foremost.
hmm
My second thing is in HR's opinion, um, I think it's one thing if you want to lose weight for your health, right? It's another thing when somebody is telling you that you have to, or like,
hmm
making it a standard or stipulation. So if
mm
you also believe like maybe you're having health concerns or you personally just want to lose some weight, maybe it's like for me personally, like I'm having energy issues where like I'm just fatigued all the time, so losing weight is something that could be beneficial for me, right? So
hmm
if it's something that you believe will benefit you, and it might, well, I don't want to say add to the relationship, but like, it might, if you're okay with doing it, for the sake of the relationship, then girl, you do you. But I
Yeah.
believe that it needs to be a decision that you're okay with as well, and that you believe is necessary as well. It cannot just be a one-sided thing.
hmm
Now the marriage part, that kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. I'm not gonna
Girl.
lie, because like what? Like I don't know. Personally, I just don't understand how that didn't, why would he not tell you about that sooner?
hmm
So that's a little bit concerning, a little red flag over here in the HR
Yeah.
department. But it comes down to your boundaries and what you're okay
hmm
with. So if you're okay with that and you're okay with the losing weight and you think that's a healthy boundary for you, then
hmm
you do you, girl. But if not, I think you need to have a very serious conversation with yourself first and foremost and figure out what your boundaries are, and then a
Yeah.
conversation with him. But
Yeah.
I know Kay is about to tell you what it is, so
Girl, get that
girl,
head, get that bread, then
and
leave.
leave.
Okay?
Nah.
Because what? Like, girl, not only is he playing in your motherfucking face, but he also playing in his wife face. Okay? Like,
Mm,
I don't know if you knew prior that he had a wife, because if he did, Mama,
right.
I'm judging just a little bit, okay? Because we ain't supposed to do that. We ain't supposed to be fucking on married men, okay?
Right, right.
But if you didn't know, I get it. Shit happens. Thugs fuck up too,
Hmm.
you know. But I would definitely say you need to have a conversation. I would if he's a good fuck, let him keep being a good fuck. Okay? And that's it. Stop with the
Right.
feelings, stop with the emotions, like cut all that other shit out. He shouldn't be talking about you, your child, your weight. Cause if you're just a fuck, that's all you need to be talking about. Hit me up when you want to fuck, and that's it. We don't need to
Right.
be talking about nothing else. But if you actually love him and you done fell for him, girl, maybe you need to get into some therapy. Like real shit. Like, cause I want better for you and I don't even know you. So you should want better for
Yeah.
you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you got to have better standards for yourself. You got to like we are talking about, you have to have self-love. You have to have some self-worth because mama, if he's going to treat you like this now, imagine if he does leave his wife and he gets with you. How he
Hmm.
gonna treat you then? And especially if you
Right.
don't want to lose the weight, is he gonna keep pressuring you now that you guys are really together to try to lose the weight? You know what I mean? Is he gonna start cheating on you with smaller women to make you feel
Right.
more
Oh,
insecure? Like
yeah.
the
Yeah.
brainwashing and the controlling. He sounds like a narcissist, mama. Like, and I know our society loves to use that word very like loosely, but I'm dead ass. Like, you need to be running for the hills. Okay, you need to choose yourself and your baby and dip. Especially you're 45. Like I'm not saying it in a fucked up way, but girl, you deserve to be with your one person. That understands
Yeah.
you and that wouldn't be talking about your body like that.
Right.
Cause he,
Loves you for
he didn't give it.
you.
He wasn't telling you to lose 100 pounds when you was throwing that ass back on him.
Mm.
Okay, he was not telling you to lose 100 pounds then.
Right. That's
What's
so
been
real.
going on? Check that phone. Check that phone. But yeah, that's my
Yeah,
ratchet advice.
girl. Best of luck though. I hope that
Yes.
you're able to find a solution that keeps you happy first and foremost. On no offense,
Mm-hmm.
but girl, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you,
Yes.
and I want you to be okay,
Yes.
and I want you to be happy, and I want you to find somebody who loves you unconditionally, and it's
That
sounding
part.
like he's giving you some conditions.
And make sure, wrap it up.
Yeah,
Make sure you want
yes,
to get
yes, yes,
testing every couple months, every month if you need to, because men ain't shit. Okay?
yes.
You don't know if his wife know about you. Like, it's just a lot.
Right.
But thank you for
But
calling in.
yes, thank you. And let
We
us know. Keep us
appreciate you.
updated.
Yes, let us know how it goes. If you want to call us again and update us and let us know what's going on, we're definitely here to listen.
Mm.
But that was today's voicemail, Fat Girls Hotline voicemail. And like we always say, you can call in too. Let us know what
Yes,
the
call
tea is, the
in.
chisme is. If you need advice, if you want to talk, we are always going to be here for you, Fat Girl, okay?
Okay, y'all. So now it's time for a little game. You know we love our
Yay.
games, and we have a new game for you today. So we're gonna be playing Fat or Pass, and how this game is gonna work is we're going to show you guys some profiles, and we're gonna get to look at the profiles, and we're going to swipe up for Fat, which is mean we like, we love, or down for Pass, meaning not
Mm-hmm.
it.
And these are
So
dating profiles that we're going to
yes,
be
these
looking
are
at.
dating profiles.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for this. This is gonna be so fun.
Yes. Just a preference. I was gonna say they're gonna be girl option and boy options because you
Yes.
know me and Maya are part of the LGBTQ.
Yes,
So yeah, I'm excited to see
exactly.
these profiles. Play along too in the comments. Let us know which ones you
Yes.
guys want to fat, aka fuck, and pass, aka mm-mm.
Mm-mm. So the first person, his name is Dre. He's 29 years old, and his bio says, "I'm looking for a fit, fine, fun-sized queen. No BBWs, just don't be fat. Hit the gym." Three, two, one, pass.
Mind you, these people slid into our DMs.
Girl.
They swiped on us. That's why it's
Make that
notifying
make
us.
sense. Make it
So
make
how
sense.
did you see us as BBWs, but then you say you don't want
Right.
BBWs in your bio? And I know, fat girls, you have experienced this in real life because I know I have on these apps.
Girl.
I've had many men, many men say they don't want motherfucking BBWs, and then I'm like, well, why the fuck did you swipe on me, bitch? Everything about me is fat. Like, make it
Right.
make sense. I don't want to be
Right.
the exception. Mm-mm. I don't want to be your first time. I don't want to be your exception at all. Pass.
Right. Pass.
Loser.
Hard pass. The next one is TJ. TJ is 31 and his bio says, "Work hard, play harder. I don't do relationships, just here for a good time, not a long time." Three, two, one, pass.
Pass. I feel like if I was in my whole
No.
era, I definitely would
Right. I would have been
have.
like,
I would have
okay.
smashed. Okay, I would have put this fupa on his forehead. But
But
no, not
girl,
when we're trying to actually build. I don't want a fuck boy.
right, no.
Mm-mm. And y'all
Especially
see his
being
profile.
31 too. Like, why are we still in that phase?
Yeah, like I thought we already
Mm-mm.
did that in our 20s. Let that go.
Let
Mm-mm.
it go.
It's screaming toxic.
Yeah, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is a girl. Ooh, so this is Jade. Jade is 31. She says, "I'm looking for my person to build with, vibe with, and grow with. Communication, honesty, and loyalty mean everything to me." Three, two, one. Bad
Yes.
girl.
I'd
Mm,
smash for sure.
no,
She
for
fine
sure.
shit too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Communication, honesty, loyalty. Girl, chef's kiss. Like
Yes.
you
Like
could not
what?
ask for anything more. That is,
Yeah.
yeah. I love it.
She
Green
sounds like she
flags.
got her shit together. She in therapy and shit. I love that. Love
Exactly.
that.
The next one is Bree. She's 28 and she says, "If you can't handle me at my worst, don't waste my time at the best. I like girls with a cute face and a smaller body, not into bigger girls." Let me add, she's a bigger girl. Three, two, one, pass.
What?
Girl,
You weird bone thug
what?
bitch. Like
Like,
what?
how are you big? Talk about I don't like bigger girls. Does that even make
And
sense to
she's
you?
not even like a smaller fat. She's a bigger fat.
Right,
Like girl, shut the fuck up.
right. That
Please
is
shut
so
up.
weird.
So weird. Which like I get it. You can have preferences, right? Like let me say,
Right,
like you can definitely not like fat women, but it's just like it screams self-hatred when you don't,
right. And
you
then
know,
it's just
like
like even the like work no, not work hard. What did she say? She said, "If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't don't waste my time. I don't know. The
Yeah.
whole bio's giving weird to me.
Yeah, it's giving a little spooky. Like you a little toxic still.
Yeah, a
You
little
haven't done
toxic.
the work. You haven't.
Yeah,
But you expect me to come at my best. Girl, fuck you.
girl. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Now we have Jalen, who's 28, and he says, food, family, and good vibes. I love a confident woman who knows her worth. Three, two, one. Fat.
Yeah.
You are
I'm definitely
approved.
smashing. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Jalen. Because
yeah. Yes.
exactly. And a man needs to hold his women accountable. And just in
Mm-hmm.
general, like when you're in a relationship, your partner should be wanting you to be confident and to know your worth.
Yes.
And if they don't, that's a red flag.
And you know what I like about Lil Jalen? Jalen didn't say, I'm a BBW chaser. Oh, I love plus size women.
Right.
That's how you say, I love
Exactly.
confident women. Because we're just a
Yes.
woman at the end of the day. There doesn't always have to be this weird ass category of like, oh, plus size women only. Like, I'm still a woman.
Exactly.
Like, he doesn't
Exactly.
have to be, you know what I mean? Like, ugh, I hate
Yeah.
that. So I love that he ate that up with just being, I love confident women, period.
Yeah. No, that was so tea.
Mm
The next one is Maya. She's 26 and she she says she's
hmm.
looking for a soft life with a soft girl. Let's share music, late night talks, and create our own little peaceful world together. Three, two, one. Hey girl.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that.
so cute. I know.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
that's so
like, what?
genuine.
But that's so cute. I love that she said that she's in her soft girl era and she wants somebody to match her
Yes.
energy. Like
I
you're being
love that.
intentional, you're setting boundaries. I already know what you're expecting, so I know, do I meet that
Exactly.
bar or do I not? And you
Exactly.
see how we are sitting here saying, do I meet the bar before I DM her?
Mm.
Men out there, women out there,
Mm.
stop sliding into our DMs when you don't meet the standard, babe. You saw
Exactly.
what type of bitch I was. Take a hard look at
Exactly.
yourself before you slide into my DMs. And I'm not just
Right.
saying me. I'm saying all fat women. Trust me, because I hear it all the
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Y'all do not be meeting our standard, but then be mad as fuck in our DMs when we say no. Babe,
Right.
math ain't mathin'. Like, evaluate yourself. That's what bios are for, especially on dating apps. The bio is there so you know what the fuck I'm expecting. So come
Right.
to my damn door correct, okay?
Exactly. And don't feel pressured to have to respond or give them
Yes.
what they're looking for. Girl, if you ain't
Mm-mm.
vibing, you ain't vibing. Even if you liked them before and you don't like them today,
Yep.
just pass. It's okay.
You're allowed to change your mind.
Yep. The next one is Marcus. Marcus is 33. He says, educator, big on growth and self improvement, looking for my partner in life. All love here. Three, two, one, bad.
Yep.
I
I
love
like
it.
him.
I
He's so
love
cute.
it. That is
T.
so sweet. Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
I love that he mentioned self-improvement because that is
Yep.
key in a relationship. If you are
For
not
real.
getting with somebody who can push you to be your best, but they're also working to be their best, like what are you even
Mm-hmm.
doing?
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to grow and improve.
Exactly. He looks like he likes to go on long walks. I think it said he's a dog.
Right.
He's a dog
Yeah.
parent, right? Like we can go to the dog
Yeah.
park. We can go get some tea. Like boba
Exactly.
date. Like he looks like a vibe. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And our last one is Maya again. Oh my gosh, popular name. Wow. And Maya is 30 and she says, "Don't like texting first.
Mm.
You better keep my attention or I'm gone. I need a girl who's gonna spoil me and do for me." Mm. Three, two, one, pass, girl. First of
You
all,
better.
ma'am, huh? Like, who are you to tell me?
You're
Like,
not
what?
my father. Like, why are
That
you
is
talking to me
so
like I'm a child?
crazy.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, if anybody's demanding something out of you from off the
Yeah.
rip, like, no,
Yeah, it gets
none.
very like aggressive and not in a positive way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because like I love a
right,
dominant bitch sometimes,
right.
but like you're not about to
But
just be telling me what to do. That's not
exactly,
cool.
and then spoil me and do for me, but like, what's in it for me?
Yeah, she sounds like she's toxic, and then when you guys get into an
Hmm.
argument, she gonna flip it and be like, "Well, I was raised like that." Instead of
No,
taking the
ma'am.
accountability and like changing her ways, she's just gonna keep blaming her childhood trauma, and that's not fair. We're too grown for that.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Exactly.
Don't care how cute you are.
So.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all let us know if you would
Yes.
have fat or passed on these profiles
Yes, and let
because
us know if you guys like this segment, this game,
yeah,
because we're trying to see what works and what doesn't work. So Let us know down in the comments.
Yes, let us know.
All right. So the last topic that we want to get into is self-worth. So the first
Mm.
talking point is your body is not your bargaining chip. And
Mm.
so let's do a story time. Okay.
Ooh,
And
yay.
so
Hey, fat girls, trigger warning. The next segment will include difficult conversations such as sexual assault, hypersexuality, grooming, rape, abuse, child predators, and sexual exploitation of a minor. If you are not in a space to discuss these topics, please feel free to skip to 57 minutes to stay on the line.
like I mentioned before, I was hypersexual growing up. And so a lot of the times I would utilize my body as a bargaining chip. I would use it to get my way.
Mm-hmm.
I would use it to get money,
Mm-hmm.
to be around certain people, to hang out with certain people. And
Yeah.
so I definitely have done this a lot in my life. I feel like I'm learning not to do it anymore. But it's hard, right? Like when you're used to
Right,
just using
right.
that, because even in relationships, like I've been with exes where they're mad at me and I'll be like, "You want me to suck your dick?" Like that's my first go-to.
Yeah.
Like it really is. And so I've had to relearn that and retrain myself that girl, like, no, learn how to say sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
instead of saying sorry, I was giving you sexual pleasure. Like, bitch, what the fuck?
right.
Like, my brain was so fucked up like that that I really was just like, well, you won't be mad at me anymore if I do this and I please you. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
won't have to have that hard conversation because I hated having hard conversations,
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And so then I
Okay.
had to realize, like, girl, your body isn't just a piece of meat. Like, it's not something
Right,
you just should be giving out
right.
willy nilly and just like it's nothing. And you shouldn't be allowing everybody to have access to your body.
Mm.
Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
there's definitely some men that I definitely shouldn't have allowed to get into these pearly gates because girl threw my pH off, gave me
Girl,
STDs, like
like,
girl, it got spooky.
right,
Okay, it
real
really did.
spooky.
And the story time is that I definitely trigger warning. I I want to preface this story by saying I did not deserve what happened to me. Neither do
Mm.
you, because we're gonna talk about sexual assault. But I
Okay.
definitely did put myself in a fucked up situation because I wanted attention. And so when I was younger, I used to run away from home because my home life was very toxic and really fucked up. And so I
Mm.
would just meet men on like Moco Space. Shout out to you if you know what Moco Space is. That was so nostalgic. It's kind of like MySpace, kind of. It was like a dating website that you could talk to
Mm-hmm.
people, but it was chat rooms. And so it really is
Mm.
strangers because you don't really get to see who they are. You really start to like them off of just their talking, right?
Yeah.
Sapiosexual. So I like that. And so I met this guy off of there. He lived in LA. I lived in Orange County, which is like a 30-minute drive, 45 minute. And we started talking on there. He was older. I was like probably 14. Yeah, probably like 14 when this happened.
Mm.
And he was in his 20s. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
And so we ended up talking for a few weeks. We hung out, and when we hung out, he was like, "Yeah, let's go to my house." This was when I used to garden or smoke. I don't know what you can say on YouTube, but I used to smoke then. And so he was like, "Yeah, let's go to my house. We can hang out. We could smoke and chill, and obviously fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah." And so I was like, "Okay, period." And so I just wanted to feel something. Then I was so numb because of the trauma I was going through
Mm-hmm.
in my real life that I was willing to put myself in dangerous situations just to like feel like a human being because I was so numb, if that makes sense. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the thrill of being in a dangerous situation
It's like
made
a
me feel so
high.
good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the adrenaline rush, the dopamine,
Mm-hmm.
like it was really it's almost like being addicted to drugs. Like you will
Yeah.
be addicted to that
No, for
shit.
real.
And so I brought chaos into my own life and I went to his house, long story short, I ended up getting gang raped by like
Mm.
a lot of men. And I got drugged. And the next day I woke up with my clothes ripped off, no shoes, no nothing on like a dirty
Oh my
mattress.
God.
And I ran out the door and the first place I went to was like a train station, which was like across the street. And I like begged somebody to use their phone because I didn't have any of my stuff. I wasn't about to go back in the house and look for it. Like they were still in the
Right.
house. And
Right.
so I called somebody, a trusted friend, and I was able to get out of that situation. But it took me years to get the fuck over that situation and to
Mm-hmm.
process it and not blame myself so much because in the beginning I did feel like damn I can't even tell anybody about this because I did this myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
in all honesty and all truth, like it goes back to self-worth. I didn't have any self-worth. I didn't love myself. I wasn't caring for myself. I wasn't confident. I didn't have boundaries or standards. Like I was just giving myself out willy-nilly and not giving a fuck. I was putting myself in dangerous situations because I wanted attention. And the attention started at home. I wasn't getting attention at home from the people that were supposed to give it to me, like my mom, my dad, my grandma,
Yeah.
my family members. Everybody just pushed me to the back burner and didn't want the responsibility of me. And so I ended up being the responsibility of the streets. And that
Mm.
comes with that life. And so I know we got deep. It's okay. We're okay. The world didn't end. Everything's all right. I'm okay now. I'm safe now. But I do want to start getting more vulnerable with you guys and talking to you guys because this shit is real life. Like the things that me and Maya
Yeah.
are talking about, we're
Yeah.
pulling from real experiences. And like I said in the beginning of the episode, I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever done. Nobody can
Mm-mm.
ever out me or make me feel any type of way about the choices that I've made because I've come to terms with it with me and my God and the universe. And I've also
Yeah.
gone to therapy and I've done the
Yes.
healing. So yeah.
Girl.
I know that was a
First of
lot. Sorry.
all, like I well, and I'm not laughing at you, but I'm just like, wow, like it just really shows how, and this is kind of like a sidebar, but like fat women really have to be so strong all the
Yeah.
time. Like we go through so much shit and we're just expected to smile and put on a mask and act like it's okay. And I appreciate
Hmm.
you for being able to share that story and just like
Yeah.
show people, like you said, this is happening. Like this happened to us,
Yeah.
like and it's the people that you know in your life have probably gone through similar things and you would never even know it, like so
Hmm.
I really think it's important to share these stories, and I'm so proud of you and glad that like
Thank
you
you.
love your younger self and you've healed and you accept her and you can
Hmm.
acknowledge that like she didn't deserve any of that. Like
Yeah.
she didn't, regardless if you put yourself in the situation or not. It's not our job to protect ourselves when we're children.
Yeah.
And so I felt, and I have a similar experience too. And mine I also put myself in, and
Yeah.
bad. I was just talking about this with my parents the other day. They like made a joke and it reminded me of it. But
Yeah.
mine started on Kick, if you know about Kick.
Girl, yes, I remember Kick. An
Um,
aim.
oh my
Girl.
God. So I I was very, very, very active on there. I did a lot of things I shouldn't have done, sent a lot of pictures I shouldn't have sent, talked
Hmm.
to a lot of people I shouldn't have talked to. And I'm not talking like 20, 30, maybe 100. I'm talking thousands. Like I would
Yeah.
talk to hundreds of men a day when I was
Yeah.
in my teenage years. And we wouldn't even have a normal conversation. I wouldn't even get
Yeah.
to know them. I would just like be like, "Hey, you want to see this? You want a picture?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?" Like, so I was very hypersexual as well. And um I didn't really experience anything. Well, I did experience like sexual assault and like physical things, but mine were with women when I was younger. Then it became men as I got a little bit older.
Hmm.
But one person that I met on Kick, we talked from the age of 14 to about 20.
Mm.
And he was, when I was 14, he was 28. So when I
Mm.
was 18, I don't even know how old he was at that point.
Yeah.
And we met and I grew so close to him because it started off friendly,
Hmm.
as it usually does. And we would play the game together and like we would like hang out, and I didn't
Hmm.
have friends. I didn't have people pouring into me. I didn't have people that I felt like I got enough attention from. At the
Yeah.
time, my mom was not really present in my life. And so I, as a result, looked for attention and care from the wrong people.
Yeah.
And so there was a situation where he pretty much waited for me to be 18 before he pursued me sexually. But I still feel like, what the fuck? Like, that's
Yeah.
still fucked up in its own sense because you knew what you were doing and you groomed me all the way from 14 and you waited. Like, that's how important it was to you to sleep with me, that you waited until
Hmm.
pretty much the day I was 18. And so, even though I went there willingly and I knew that this was a possibility, I felt cared for and I felt like, it was okay. And it's like, well, he got to know me and he waited for me. And so,
Yeah.
going through that situation, I kind of, then it became like, oh, well, he'll buy me liquor or he'll buy me this or he'll do this for me.
Yeah.
And so I started using my body as a bargaining chip. And so like my even though my experience started a little bit later, I still went through like, that similar
Yeah.
thing. And then after that, every relationship I had for like a good 2, 3 years was like that, where I was
Yeah.
still continuing to just give myself to people that didn't deserve access to me and people who were abusing me, whether they were my age and it was consensual or not, like, it just
Yeah.
wasn't healthy and it shouldn't have been normalized. And so I feel like
Yeah.
um it's sad that like so many of us have experienced this, especially in the fat community. We are over sexualized from a very young
Mm-hmm.
age and we're exposed to a lot from a very young age.
Yeah.
And a lot of traumatic stuff happens from a very young age and
Yep.
it's a hard reality and a hard truth to accept, but the only way that you can kind of put it into that is to kind of like not allow it, like
Yeah.
if it's I hate to say it and I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but I think there just comes a point, like I'm not talking about when you're a child. When you're a
Mm-hmm.
child, I believe adults' responsibility is to protect you,
Yeah.
period.
Of course.
But when you come of age and you're aware of what's happening and you notice the habits and the patterns and that like you're kind of going with it or enabling it or maybe even
Mm-hmm.
putting yourself into it willingly, like I think there comes a point you need to like change some things and you need to realize that
Yeah.
you don't deserve that and that treatment is not fair towards you or your body. um but it took years, like you said, a very long time to get to that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
do want to preference, thank you, Maya, for being vulnerable too. I do want to preference it's always, always. I don't know if you guys have heard of the brand Kill All Rapists. It's online. Go
Yes.
look it up. It's
Yes.
a young black man that his sister got sexually assaulted. And so he started a clothing brand called Kill All Rapists. And I stand 10 motherfucking toes on that shit
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
yes, we need to stop blaming the victim and start
Yes.
blaming these motherfucking predators. Okay? We need to start
Absolutely.
holding these fucking predators like accountable. Plus, we need to protect the fucking kids. Like,
Yes. The ones
Jesus
who can't fight
Christ.
for themselves,
Yes, like they're children. Like we need to. And like I said, I know it got deep and shit, so we have to try to bring the energy back up. But that's what it's really like over here on the line. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna have deep
Yeah. We gotta
conversations.
keep it
We're
real.
going to have trigger warnings because I want you to be able to enjoy this conversation without triggering you. And so I
Yeah.
want to make sure that, if you need a second, take a second, come back and finish the rest of the episode if you need to.
Yeah.
Let us know down in the comments if you can relate to any of the things. If you want to message us and talk to us, reach out to us. Our socials are always in the bio for that reason.
Yes.
This is what building community is having these harder conversations and not just leaving you guys with it, allowing you guys to reach out to us too and us checking in on you and seeing how you're doing. I love you. I
Exactly.
just wanted to say that because
Yes,
it
love
got deep
y'all
real
so
fast and
much.
we were not expecting to talk about those things. So it just kind of happened
Yeah,
on the spot. But
it
yeah,
happened, girl. That's what happens on the line.
no, for real.
Gotta keep it
I
real.
want to bring it back in and do the Fat Collective check in. And so for this one, it is, have you ever accepted disrespect because you were just happy that somebody wanted you?
Mm,
We all have.
we
Okay.
have.
It's that simple. Yes.
Right.
We're gonna
Answered
do
for
better.
you, yes.
We're gonna do better.
Right. And
Y'all. So that is the end of today's episode on plus size dating. Make sure that you're being safe out here in these dating profile streets.
yes,
Okay, stand
yes.
on business, know your self worth, have
Mm,
some self love, and know your self worth. And don't accept anything less. Don't settle.
do
Okay,
not. Do not
especially
settle.
if you are only attracted to men. Do not settle for these crusty dusties.
Mm-mm.
Okay, like,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm. They don't deserve it. And don't be giving your body out like that, mama. Have some self-respect, okay?
Yes.
Unless you're a whore. I'm a whore too, and I'm a slut too, so I get it. Hey, twin. Definitely do it, but only if you want to. Do not allow society or
Yes.
other people to pressure you, okay?
Right.
But we'll see you next time on the Line.
Bye.
Bye. Wait, wait, wait.
Before you hang up,
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that you follow us on TikTok and our Instagram. I know that you're already subscribed to the channel because I know you never want to miss out on all this fat girl energy, okay? But if you're not subbed, make sure you hit that bell so you get our post notifications. And make sure that you let us know down in the comments your TikTok, your Instagram, your small business, whatever it is that you're doing, fat girl, in real life. Let us know down in the comments below so we can support you because that's what community is all about, okay?
As always, make sure that you dial into our Fat Girl Hotline because we are always looking for other fat girls who want to share their fat stories. The number is
Yes.
in the description below.
I have an announcement also. Our
Oh,
season two Fat Collective segments or specials will be opening. So our applications are open. I
yay.
will be showing the application and the flyer that we made on our social soon. So make sure you look out for that. Slide into our
Yes.
DMs and let us know if you want to be on the line next time with the Fat Girls, okay? And come share your story, speak your truth, and just keep showing the world how you stay POP, fat on purpose. Bye.